May and June are packed full of new games, a showcase, and new seasonal updates to your favourite games, and I'm going to tell you all about them right now, starting with a big one. Yep, no chronological order here because something is huge that I have to talk about first, and it's on Sunday the 8th of June, where we've got not one, but two exciting showcases to look forward to. Kicking it off first at 6 PM UK time, which is 1 PM Eastern in the US, is the Xbox Games Showcase, where you can expect to see a whole mess of first and third-party titles. I mean, I'd sit here and try and predict what will be in the show, but I mean, Xbox always manages to surprise us anyway, so it's really not much point. Last year, for example, we got Gears of War E-Day, Doom the Dark Ages, and Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, so one safe bet is that there will be some absolute bangers in this year's lineup as well. But what are you hoping for at this year's showcase? Why don't you hit the comments and let me know. But anyway, that's followed straight away afterwards by another event, and I actually can guess what game will be on this one because it's called the Outer Worlds 2 Direct. So expect lots of new gameplay details and developer insights from Obsidian's satirical sci-fi sequel. It should be loads of fun, and of course, we're going to have the whole thing live right on our channel as well as all the details afterwards, so make sure you subscribe right now to be the first in the know. But if you're looking for a shooter that is sure to get your adrenaline pumping, why don't you say hello to Metal Eden? This is a sci-fi FPS that has you playing as an advanced battle android who combines slick parkour moves with some cutting-edge weaponry and nifty tools like gravity hooks and jetpacks to act as basically a one robot army. It's a bit like a mix between Ghost Runner and Doom Eternal. The ability to transform into an armoured ram ball doesn't hurt either, unless you're talking about the enemies you're ramming into, in which case it probably does hurt quite a bit actually. Metal Eden is going to launch on May 6th, and if you want an early taste of its heavy metal action, well, there's a free demo that you can download right now. Then Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass members can head off on another wacky space voyage on May 8th thanks to Revenge of the Savage Planet. And this third-person adventure actually complements the Outer Worlds quite beautifully, offering the same sort of tongue-in-cheek sci-fi as you explore a variety of colourful planets, learning all about the strange things that live there. Wrangling those space critters will give you the chance to use all sorts of sciencey tools, with the game apparently boasting 3 different types of gameplay goo. So there you go. Like the first Savage Planet game, which is available now on Game Pass by the way, Revenge of the Savage Planet promises to be even more fun if you play it in co-op, and this one gives you the option of teaming up online or locally. Okay, 2 words: Mech Dragon. Yeah, honestly, if that didn't immediately sell you on Doom the Dark Ages, then I don't know what more I can say. I guess I could point out that it puts a dark fantasy spin on the OG boomer shooter, dropping Doom Guy into a medieval war against the forces of hell. But Mech Dragon should have done it by now. But I could tell you that it offers a brand of high-octane FPS gameplay that feels classically Doom, but with a sturdier, tankier vibe to it. But again, Mech Dragon. I should probably say that it lets you wield all sorts of sick new weapons, like the multifunctional shield saw, as well as Doom classics like the super shotgun. But remember, Mech Dragon. And obviously, you'll want to know that it's coming straight to Game Pass Ultimate and to PC Game Pass on May 15th. But seriously, Mech Dragon? Come on, people. I could also tell you that I have had the absolute pleasure of playing it myself, as you can see in this video right here, and this is actually my gameplay that you're seeing as well. Yeah, nice. And we'll have more of that to come on Doom the Dark Ages as we get ever closer to launch, so subscribe so you can see what we think of it. Mr. Rogers said that in a disaster, you should look for the helpers, which is really easy in Roadcraft because they're all driving massive construction vehicles. From the creators of MudRunner and SnowRunner, both of which are available now on Game Pass. Yeah, get used to me saying that. This new driving sim puts the player in control of a disaster recovery company. It's your job to drive into places that have recently been hit by catastrophes so that you can clear them up, then set about rebuilding. You know, stuff like bulldozing away debris to laying down hot asphalt, reconnecting power cables, and transporting vehicles. I mean, Roadcraft is just going to give you access to a huge range of heavy machinery, and each task you perform feels incredibly realistic thanks to Saber's brand new physics engine. Roadcraft arrives on May 20th, and it makes being a helper so much fun. Mercury Steam, who are the developers behind cult classic actioners like the Castlevania Lords of Shadow games, are back with an innovative new take on third-person hack and slashing called Blades of Fire. And this fantasy game stars a warrior with a magic hammer, but rather than just bonking folks on the head with it like Thor does, he actually uses it to forge all sorts of powerful weapons. You can modify the length and shape of your blades, altering their stats, and crafting bespoke weapons that are right for you. Once you're done hammering, you'll find that Blades of Fire also boasts a really interesting, intricate combat system, where you can target different parts of your enemy and reposition your own weapons to gain the upper hand. Although, personally, I would still like to try a nice hammer bonk, at least once. And there's more sword-slinging action on the way on May 23rd with a new remastered version of Onimusha II, Samurai's Destiny. And that means that players can fight their way through feudal Japan in style, enjoying HD graphics and modernized controls while they embark on a bloody quest for revenge. Yeah, revenge quests are really well the rage back then, I think. If you're a fan of the Onimusha series, or if this turns you into a fan, you've got even more to look forward to next year with a brand new entry in the series called Onimusha Way of the Sword. But if you like your games cozy, colourful, and just a little bit quirky, well, this next one will suit you to a T. Coming straight to Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass on May 28th, To a T is the narrative adventure game from the big, weird brain behind Katamari Damacy. It follows a 13-year-old boy whose body is stuck in a T pose as they try to fit in with the rest of the seaside town. You'll get to explore by foot, train, and unicycle. How the hell does that work? Anyway. Interacting with all sorts of kooky characters and lovable canines as you go. There are mini-games aplenty, cosmetics and collectibles coming out the wazoo, and an episodic tale that might just prove to be more moving than a story about a T-shaped boy has any right to be. Turning Elden Ring into a kind of battle royale game is a bit like suggesting a Halo kart racer or a Gears of War cooking sim. I mean, it's just so crazy that it might just work. And we'll find out if it works on May 30th when Elden Ring Nightreign arrives. This bold new spin-off has players teaming up in 3-person squads as they try to fight their way through a 3-day cycle culminating in a challenging boss fight, all while the map is slowly closed off by deadly rainfall. But then, I suppose From Software never really did like to make things easy for us, did they? But whether you're a fan of Elden Ring, who fancies a more fast-paced spin on it, or just a newcomer looking for a more accessible entry point, Nightreign could be just the thing. Oh yeah, the season of summer blockbusters is going to kick off on June 10th with Mind's Eye, and it's directed by former Rockstar bigwig Leslie Benzies. Mind's Eye takes us to the near-future metropolis of Red Rock City and stars a former soldier with a mysterious neural implant that's starting to go a bit haywire. So players can expect to be fighting against the ghosts of their past and the dangers of their present as they engage in shootouts, high-speed chases, and other cool Hollywood stuff in this stylish third-person adventure. And while there's definitely some GTA DNA at play here, Mind's Eye promises players a sort of faux pen world that the Mafia games employ, and a tight, immersive story that should turn the whole game into one big thrill ride. We've all wondered who we might have been if we'd made slightly different life choices. I mean, personally, I'm pretty sure I was one pizza topping choice away from becoming a marine biologist. Yeah, trust me. Anyway, that question becomes a whole lot more pressing in this mind-bending new sci-fi puzzle game, The Alters. And surprise, surprise, this one's coming day one to Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass on June 13th. And The Alters stars a man who's just trying to find a way off a hostile planet with only alternate versions of himself to help him out. And that means that players not only have to solve some very scientific survival problems, like how to build your base in a way that will keep you safe from all those deadly anomalies, but they'll also have to figure out how to keep all their various selves happy, healthy, and willing to cooperate. Fancy getting caught up in a whirlwind romance without even leaving your house? Then Date Everything might just be the game for you. Yeah, put away the dating apps, we're sorted. Arriving on June 17th, this offbeat dating sim starts out with a pair of mysterious glasses that turn every object in a woman's home into a living, breathing, smooth-talking person. There are over 100 fully voiced characters for you to get to know, from Shelly Shelf to Freddy, the former refrigerator, each with their own vibrant personalities and endless supply of puns. On June 17th, we'll be jumping back into the world of Tron in all its neon-tinted, frisbee-throwing, bike-racing glory with Tron Catalyst. This story-driven isometric action game tells a brand new story, starring a courier named Exo, who develops all sorts of freaky new powers after a package explodes. Probably didn't get the best customer review on that one, to be fair. But the most exciting thing about Tron Catalyst is that it lets you do all the coolest things from the movies. Take part in fast-paced disc battles and tearing around on your very own light cycle, all to a funky electronic soundtrack. The creators of Sifu are back with another game featuring very stylish cel-shaded visuals and kicks that are fast as lightning. Although ideally those kicks won't be aimed at other people this time round, since Rematch is a five-a-side football game and I'm pretty sure that's definitely a red card. Maybe a yellow card for Liverpool. Yeah, we'll see. You'll be controlling a single player in this fresh new take on simulated footy, relying on your online teammates as much as your own skills. And skills really is the key word, since there are no player stats here, so it's all about the choices you make and how well you pull them off. With no offsides, no fouls, and no half-time orange segments, Rematch is football at its fastest and most furious. And it's coming straight to Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass on June 19th. Having previously brought back Star Wars Dark Forces, the first two Doom games, and a whole bunch of other classic titles, those masters of the remaster, Night Dive Studios, are going to be turning their attention to System Shock 2 on June 26th, which is just in time for its 25th anniversary, by the way. Does that make you feel old? Yeah, bet it does. This horror FPS sees the player waking up from cryosleep on a spaceship where something's gone very wrong. I mean, we've got mutants, we've got killer robots, we've got an AI who does not seem to like humanity at all. We've got everything we need for a chilling sci-fi adventure, and Xbox Series X and S players can enjoy it all in smooth 120 FPS, along with some lovely new high-resolution visuals that make sure you always know exactly what just scared the living daylights out of you. And then the stylish, free-to-play action RPG, Zenless Zone Zero, will also be making its Xbox debut this June. I don't specifically know which day in June yet, so I guess it's also a dateless Zone Zero, but it's definitely June. Whenever it does arrive, Zenless Zone Zero will give players the chance to immerse themselves in the stunning urban fantasy world of New Eridu, where they'll fight monsters, forge friendships, and do all sorts of other fun anime stuff, all of which will look beautiful in smooth 60 FPS on the Xbox Series X. And to sweeten the deal even further, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members can also look forward to some complimentary in-game benefits when Zenless Zone Zero arrives. Now let's cover some updates to your favourite live service games. We're going to kick off with Diablo 4. They're going to be unleashing hell all over again on April 29th with the start of Season 8. And it will be bringing about the return of a sinister looking fella named Belial, as well as a really sweet new mechanic called Boss Powers, which are, as the name suggests, a collection of 24 new abilities that are inspired by the game's bosses. So if you haven't grabbed Diablo 4 from the Game Pass library yet, doing so now would be a boss move. Then the third season of Black Ops 6 will be reloading on May 1st, which means a bunch of new content, including the Blaze of Glory, which had initially been planned for April. Then they're also adding 3 new multiplayer maps, a new limited time zombies mode, and the return of ranked play mode for all of you Warzone heads out there. Finally, Fortnite just gave us Sabrina Carpenter. I mean, what more do you people want? Well, actually, you can have lots more, with a whole boatload of Star Wars themed content set to accompany it. So I guess it's a case of May the 2nd be with you. So May and June are looking pretty jam-packed already, and that's before we even get into all the stuff that the Xbox Games Showcase is going to be showing off. So make sure you subscribe and ring the bell to make sure that you don't miss a thing. Leave your predictions for what you think is going to be in the showcase in the comments, by the way, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.